Hey, welcome back everybody. We are going to show you how to do the ghost shad pattern on this one. I'm going to do a spook. I've also got some little square bills. I'm going to do a big whopper plopper. So I'll just show you how to do it on one bait, but I'll be running through all these at the same time. First thing we're going to do is, I've already done it. We're going to keep the bodies clear. So we've cleaned them off with some alcohol, made sure we got all this stuff off of them. That way we're ready to start spraying. And the first color I'm going to hit this with, and I'm just going to do the top and the shoulders about halfway down, is some Quicksilver Chrome. That's going to give that a little bit of pop on the top and the sides there. And then I'm going to leave the belly clear. And then after that, we're going to mask it off with the scale pattern here. And then we're going to lightly go over it with the Caribbean Blue Candy 2.0. That'll give us that scale pattern. We'll pull it off. Once we pull it off, we'll hit the next color, which will be just some opaque black on the top and the front a little bit. And then once we do that, the next step will be to hit the throat and the tail a little bit with the Candy 2.0 red, the blood red. So let's get at it. Fish it! Fish it! Fish it! He's fishing it. Alright, I got my Quicksilver Chrome loaded up in here. So we're going to hit the top and the shoulders a little bit on this. It might take a couple coats, but we'll see. Gonna go right down the side just to this body line right here. You can see it run across the bait there. That's all the farther I'm gonna go with this chrome. Might be all right with just one coat on there. So as you can see, I'm leaving the belly clear, and I'm just hitting the right to the body line and the top with the chrome, and then we'll hit it with the candy blue to hit the scale pattern on there right after that. Alright, now that I got that Quicksilver laid on, I'm going to hit it with a hair dryer just to dry that paint out a little bit before I put the masking on for the scale pattern. Alright, now what I'm going to do is take this netting I have here. I got this at the hobby store. It's like a glitter ribbon that I bought in a roll. So just cut some pieces off of it. I'm just going to clamp it around the body here. This spook body is pretty easy because it's like a barrel. So just start at the back and make sure it's wrapped around there pretty tight there. Stretch it just a little bit, get a little bit bigger scale pattern. Fix this tail in here. Use a different clamp. All right, now that we got that on, we're ready to lay a light coat of the Candy 2.0 Caribbean Blue on it. And we're just gonna hit the top, just like we did the silver, the top, and just halfway down the body. Just lightly, because we just want a little blue to come through. All right, so with the Candy 2.0 paints, you have to add it 1:1 with the balancing clear. This is the 40-30. So we're gonna mix that together. We'll probably do, like I said, it's 1:1. So however many drops you put this in, you put the same amount of drops of this in. And it's pretty thin. If you realize that it's a little thick with putting the clear in there, you can add a drop or two of reducer just to thin it out a little bit. I'll probably end up doing that because I like spraying this a little thin, putting those light coats on. So let me get it mixed up in my little cup, and then we'll put it in the gun. All right, so now that we have it loaded up in our gun, I'm just gonna spray it lightly, start on the back, and then I'll spray a little bit down the shoulders on both sides. You can just barely see a little bit of blue coming through there. But like I said, I don't want it heavy. I just want a light blue. Just want the sun to pop that blue a little bit. That's it. That's all the blue we're gonna put on there. And then I'm gonna hit that with the hair dryer. We'll peel this off and I'll let y'all see it. Take our clips off here. There it is. It's just a light blue color and it's only halfway down the body there. That's all I wanted. And then we're gonna come back and hit the top with some opaque black, darken up around the eyes a little bit, and then we'll hit the bottom here at the throat and the tail with a little bit of blood red, that Candy 2.0, and then it'll be ready for clear. All right, now we're just gonna use an opaque black here, and we're gonna hit the back, the shoulders just a little bit. We wanna keep that blue on there. We just wanna darken up the back, and then maybe darken up the eyes around there a little bit. All right, we got the black loaded up. We're gonna hit the back here. Alright, see, just on the back there, because I want to keep that blue on the sides. Just like that. And now I'm going to go around the eyes, maybe the nose a little bit. Too crazy on it. Just smoke it a little bit there. That's it for that. Might go down the shoulders just a little more. Yeah, there we go. All right. Actually, one more thing I didn't tell you guys I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a little side dot there, a little shad dot on the side, but I'll do that with a stir stick. just so it doesn't get too crazy with the airbrush. All right, I got my Candy 2.0 red mixed up in here, so we're gonna hit the throat a little bit, hit the tail a little bit, just for a little red pop. That's it right there. And then we'll do the shad dot on the side, throw the eyes on it. It'll be ready for clear. And once we do that and it's all dried, we'll throw a feather tail treble on there. All right, so for the little shad dot on the sides, I'm not gonna use the airbrush, I'm not gonna use a stencil, I'm just gonna make it easy. So we're just gonna put some opaque black on this stencil board here, this little scrap piece of board I got there. I'm gonna take this stir stick, it's dry, and all we're gonna do is get us some paint on there, just like that. And we're just gonna put a dot right there. And we're gonna flip it around and put one on the same exact spot on the other side. We'll try to get it close at least. It doesn't have to be perfectly round because, quite honestly, they're not perfectly round on the fish. So that's it right there. We're gonna hit that with a hairdryer, dry it up a little bit, and then we will move on to the eyes. All right, so I got everything ready and dried up, so now we're gonna move on to putting the eyes on. So we're just gonna put a little dot of super glue right here. The eyes have sticky stuff on them, but put a little dab of super glue on there just in case you don't want them. I dip my baits in clear, so I don't need the baits falling off in the clear coat. Take a little X-Acto knife, pick it off of there, and right in place. And flip it around to the other side and do the same thing. And that's it. And there it is. After clear coat, man, this thing looks good. I'll show you guys one that I did the other day, and I've got hooks and stuff on it, so I'll show it to you and let you see a finished one, because I'll have to dip these when I get back home later. So here's the finished one I did the other day. It's got the feather tail on it. And I didn't put as much black around the eyes on this one. I just went down the mouth a little bit. But there's the belly. Got that scale pattern on it. Went a little heavier on this one. I actually like the one that's heavier a little better. This one's kind of light, but that's what it looks like all finished up. Got it tied on. I'm gonna try it out tomorrow and see how it goes. So there it is, ghost shad pattern. I think it's killer. Hopefully it works well. We'll see. Thanks for watching again, guys.